Good day, everyone. Today we are going to talk about adjectives. I just want to explain to you what an adjective is. If you can remember, in term 1 we learned about nouns. An adjective is something that gives you more information about the noun. As you can remember, a noun is something that you can touch, feel, or see. Adjectives are the words that make those nouns more interesting. It gives us more information about it. So if I speak about a dog, I can say that it's not just a dog, it's a scruffy dog. Or in my case, in my house, I have a naughty dog who chews everything that he finds. But if you look at what I wrote on the board here, if we use the word shoe, if I want to give you more information about that shoe, I could say that it's a leather shoe, it's a red shoe, it is an old shoe or a new shoe. All of these words are adjectives that gives you more information about that specific noun, and in this case, the shoe. In grade 4, you learned about a descriptive adjective, which is the normal adjective that you've learned about since grade 2 already, that describes the noun like leather shoe. But now I want to move on to some different ones. I'm going to tell you a bit more about adjectives and different kinds of adjectives. And the next one I want to tell you about is called an adjective of number. You can see that I wrote some examples here for you. If you say that I have 2 shoes, it's an adjective of number. It gives you the amount of shoes that you see. It could also be several shoes, which means there are more than one, and many shoes, which means there are lots of shoes there. And all of those are examples of adjectives of number. It gets a bit confusing because the second one after this is called an adjective of quantity. An adjective of quantity means that we don't actually know how many there are. We can say there are enough sweets, there are piles of sweets, or mountains of sweets. Usually this is when it's uncountable. You use an adjective of quantity to describe it. So that's the third one. And then the last one that I want to speak about today is called a proper adjective. A proper adjective sounds a lot like a proper noun that you learned about in term 1. A proper noun is always a name and is always written with a capital letter. It's the same with a proper adjective. You always start it with a capital letter, but a proper adjective tells us from which country we find this noun. So, in this case, I have French fries. Just make sure that you know that you don't use the name of the country, because we don't say I went to French. We say I went to France. But if I say that I have something that is from France, we call it French fries or French shoes or a French poodle. So you still spell it with a capital letter, but it is not the name of the country. Just remember that. The same with Swiss cheese. Spell it with a capital letter, but Swiss cheese means it is cheese that is made in Switzerland, which is the name of the country, but anything from Switzerland we call Swiss. So all of these words, even if you would have to say the African girl, it will still be written with a capital letter. It just means it's a girl that stays in Africa. Or if you want to say a German shepherd, that will be written with a capital letter because it means it's from Germany, which is a German shepherd. Okay, so that is a proper adjective. There's the example, and all of this is written in on your worksheet that I loaded onto Collabrum for you. If you don't have the worksheet for some reason, then you can always just look on Collabrum. I have loaded it up for you, so you can just copy the sentences that you have to change or fill in. I explained in detail for you on Collabrum exactly what worksheets there are and how to do them. So you can just follow my instructions there. This is just a short video to explain and remind you of what an adjective is, and to just make sure that you know that there are different kinds of adjectives as well. So you will be able to just look at your worksheets and do all of that for your homework today. And I've also loaded up a memo for you so that you can mark your work afterwards as well. Okay, I hope that helps you today. We will do more of this. This is not the last time we're going to speak about adjectives. We'll do a lot more and you'll be able to understand it better, and we will also practice it a lot more, especially if you struggle with the difference between adjectives of number and quantity. Okay, that was great. I enjoyed speaking to you guys, and I hope that we will be able to speak soon again face to face without this online teaching. Okay, thank you. Bye bye.